Hello?
Hello, it's Sergeant Lamar, Vineland PD. I want to apologize for not getting to call you back right away. I've been very busy tonight. What's going on with you? What can I help you with?
Yeah, I called earlier today because I was being harassed. And I just wanted to speak to an officer. I was told there was nobody at the desk at all. And I was told that twice within the hour. The thing is, Vineland Police showed up my house. I didn't want them to show up my house. I just wanted to tell police to stop harassing me. It was just continual. And the thing is, I was basically harassed again, which police were repeating Frank Apollo's, your chaplain, your corrupt chaplain, words or whatever in regard, oh my gosh, what was it? Saying that, oh my gosh, I can't even remember at this point. Look, this is the thing. I basically wanted to report dispatchers, and I was basically harassed, and I'm basically on a target list, and not because I committed any crimes whatsoever in my entire life, but I'm on a target list for my religion, and that's what dispatcher said to me. Well, if you're religious, you wouldn't cuss. This is the thing. I never cussed at dispatchers today whatsoever, and after that, I did went off them and said, well, I described their vulgarity. It's not my vulgarity. That's a little game that police are playing because I would just be descriptive of what they are all about. And I'm being called vulgar. I'm not a vulgar person whatsoever. Me speaking against vulgarity is not a vulgar. The thing is, I basically went through a stressful day today. I depicted that I was being harassed by police. I wanted to actually report it. I basically originally made a statement in regards, I basically was shopping to basically try to fix up my residence. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I'm not calling the police for that. But the thing is, when police showed up, by the way, they're like, oh, we can't come into your property because, you have tall grass. I don't know what that was about. They weren't even supposed to be here. And the thing is, I'm just like, excuse me. First of all, I was out today. I spent overwhelming amount of money trying to fix my property up because nobody else will help me. Okay? And I can't even, I've been trying to get handymen and all kinds of people over here to sit there and fix up my property. I have to do it myself. This is the thing. I basically have been agonizing chronic pain and back pain and everything else like that. And my husband had a stroke, okay? And the thing is, he's not able to do it anymore. The thing is, I did a lot of it before, and he did some of it, and other people did some of it. So because I'm a woman by myself, and nobody will help me anymore. Okay, I spent $1,500 today. I spent over $60 in cab fare that I do not have. I'm like, we are pushing the limit. My husband's like, take a cab. I'm like, no, I cannot. I'm a thrifty person, but the thing is, I believe in quality, and the thing is, I gotta get things done. And I'm trying to fix up my place the best as I can. And the thing is, I have a lot of stresses going on, and then I have police showing up at my house, and I'm trying to report to police me being harassed today and things being done as police are targeting me and using a system used to target me. I've been targeted for 30 years by the Vineland Police Department and put on a list and called an EDP list and targeting me and watching my every move or whatever, and they're using the city and the system to do it. I already know how it's set up. I already know what you people do or whatever. Look, I can't even tolerate this. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm just trying to get things done. And you know what? While you're all acting like, oh, you're like these men or whatever, and you're doing something for the city, I gotta do actually manual labor like a man, and basically I can't even get things done, and I live in chronic pain myself. I have to do a full-time care job to basically take care of a half-paralyzed man who basically abused and terrorized me, and I have trauma from or whatever. You people terrorize me to cover that up. Okay, and the thing is, it's just like you people, and I'm not saying you personally, but the people of the Vineland Police Department has terrorized me, slandered me, and did all kinds of things or whatever, and even basically justified other people terrorizing me and robbing us. Okay, and I'm trying to get things done, and the thing is, I mean, I'm being hounded in every which way possible, and it's just like I've just dealt with people that are inhumane within the Vineland Police Department and stalking me everywhere.
I'm surprised you're even calling if you're having this many issues with.
Okay, this has been an issue with Vineland Police where it's like, well, if you don't like us, why are you calling us? That's bullshit. That's immature thinking.
Well,
That's not based on wisdom whatsoever.
Some understandable truth in there too. That if you're saying that people are giving you issues from the Vineland Police Department, but here you are calling the Vineland Police Department.
Now, first of all, I'm calling the Vineland Police Department to report your harassment. First of all, foremost, which I've done many, many times before, and I'm asking you to stop. Like, I work harder than all of you so-called in-quote men do altogether. That's the reality. Okay, and the thing is, it's just like you want to sit there and roll around in your police cars acting like you're all big and everything, and you want to act like you're real men and everything like that or whatever. And I actually do a real man's job, okay, that men can't even equate to or whatever. Okay, and the thing is, it's just like, why when you sit there and like, well, if you have a problem with us, why you're calling us? Why I'm reporting crime. That's your issue, not mine. That's your issue, not mine, and you're putting the burden on me. And the thing is, I have a right to law enforcement. When there's a crime being permitted, I expect I have expectations of law enforcement department to be there. And why you're atheists, no, listen. Why you're atheist police sit there saying, well, you have expectations. Yes, I have expectations of law enforcement to do something against crime. That's right. I do. And while you're playing your games, you using a little Pentecostal, a little cult because in fact, they are delusional and have a severe mental disorders. You're sitting there claiming I have a mental illness for reporting against crime, which you're actually calling law enforcement a mental illness. This is the degeneracy I've encountered with your police. Okay, and the thing is, you're speaking against yourself, and I basically have enlightened a lot of your officers to tell them you're speaking against yourself. You're attacking law enforcement. We have a right to law enforcement department to report crime. Okay, not sit there. When I'm sitting there speaking law against crime, you have a lot of your police officers sitting there saying, oh, well, if you have a problem with us, why are you calling here? You sound like church people, churchian people who basically worship only their own church, and basically they're not a religion. They're irreligious, and they have nothing to do with God and Jesus Christ as they falsely claim. Well, if you have a problem with that's why they're sitting there abusing innocent victims. If you have a problem with that, so why are you coming here? All right, I've dealt with that, and that's a very low-minded thinking. Okay, and if you have a problem with that, maybe you should enlighten or heighten your own thinking. Okay, look, I'm speaking law against crime, and I've done nothing wrong. And police want to sit there and play these little games and falsely accuse me of things I rightly accuse police of doing and other people doing and trying to make me equal to them or whatever and falsely accuse me. No, I don't practice like, well, all of you degenerates are doing. I do not sit there and think like you, because this is reality. If I thought like that, I should seriously kill myself. And you know what? I'm actually better than that, and it actually encourages me to have a better purpose to live, because if I was that freaking low-minded, I would be a pig. That's a reality. Okay, that thinking, no, you need to change your thinking, because you sit there and say, oh, well, if you have a problem with us, why are you calling us? That's disgusting.
Teresa, can I say something?
Go ahead. I'll give you a chance.
So this is the second time that I've spoken with you in the past. I think I may have spoken.
I'm sorry. Let me recall. Who I'm speaking to?
This is Sergeant Lavari.
Can you spell that?
Levari.
Okay.
So this is the second time I've spoken with you now in maybe 2 weeks. And so the last time we spoke, it was pretty much the same type of thing. Somebody not.
Yeah, and you have the same type of mental disorder. You had the same type of mental disorder that I recorded before.
Hold on. So I'm trying to figure out, like, we don't have anybody else that calls our station and calls our dispatchers or calls the front desk or wants to speak to supervisors with these issues that you're saying that you're having. So
I'm speaking against crime. I'm using law speaking against crime, okay? I'm sorry, I'm the only one. I'm the only one because most of violence is spiritually retarded.
I don't know anything.
Because, I know. You have a bunch of retarded people that you're basically catered to. I understand that. Look, because nobody else calls for what I call for, so therefore, I'm to be eliminated? I'm speaking against crime.
Yeah, so what can I do to help you? Because this is the second time.
No, what can I do to help you? Because apparently you need severe help.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help you.
Look, I already basically spoken against the crimes being committed against me. They're legitimate crimes. They're on the books, and it doesn't matter if they're on the books or not. Okay, the thing is about principalities, and it's about basically what is true against how I am wronged. Okay, and the thing is, you have basically expressed to have a severe mental disorder. Okay, and you cannot discern. This is a problem, and I'm basically dealing with the Vineland Police Department. They have a discerning ability, and most of these people are members of church societies, and this is the problem.
Well, I don't want religion brought into this at all.
No, they're not religion. I am religious. Religion is laws of justice. Religion is laws of justice, so don't play your games. Religious is laws of justice. Religion is laws of justice against any wrong, okay?
So we have the separation of church and state.
That's a lie. That's not even a law, by the way. That's not a law, and that was quoted by Thomas Jefferson in a letter to Thomas Abigail. Please, I'll know your history before you start quoting crap that you have no idea what you're talking about. First of all, it's like this, okay? You're either right or wrong. You separate church and state. So that basically deems one or the other right or wrong. Okay, it's just a thing. No. You're uneducated and you're unenlightened. Okay, and I will be doing a video about that because you're uneducated. You're a liar, atheist. You're a liar, atheist. Thomas Jefferson was an atheist.
I'm not here to get a lecture from you.
Okay, you're uneducated. I have a right to report a crime, and you're refusing me that because you're piggish. Because you're delusional, uneducated delusions.
Now you're just insulting.
I'm speaking of facts. You're delusional, and I'll prove that.
What can I help you with?
I reported the crime. I'm being harassed by police. And then I was harassed by dispatchers with their delusions. I'm being harassed by your fraudulent chaplains, by the way, and your delusional Pentecostals. You're a liar. You promote your Pentecostal piggishness, by the way. That has nothing to do with church and state. You're either right or wrong. You're uneducated.
Okay, so...
You look. Nothing you have said is based on law. Nothing you have said is based on law. I have the right to speak to law enforcement. Nothing you have said is law. I have a right to speak to law enforcement as basically one who's educated in the laws of justice.
You aren't making any sense right now.
No, you're not. I proved you are not, so stop scapegoating me. Stop scapegoating me. You're mind raping. You're mind raping. Nothing you say is making any sense. I'm educated, and everything I say makes sense. You're just delusional, and you're a whack job. I need to speak to a law enforcement officer who is discerning and has a common sense.
Okay.
And can discern basic foundational principles that is common sense.
Well, I have not raised my voice at all this whole time.
Please, no, you mind raped me. You mind raped me with your delusional piggishness and your little anti-theist atheist delusions.
You're just trying to insult me now.
No, you act like a child molester. You're like your little perverted judges who sit there and justify every child molester in the fucking world and basically attack victims who don't believe in child rape.
Well, that makes no sense, and I didn't say
it doesn't. That's why Ortiz basically got arrested, and you're all in collusion. You all got promoted because you're perverts. No. You're a pervert. I need to speak to a law enforcement officer, not your delusional psychopathy.
Okay, so if you
I need to speak to a law enforcement officer, not your delusional psychopathy.
So you're going to have to call back tomorrow and ask to speak to IA?
And no, I need to speak to a law enforcement. I have a right to speak to a law enforcement officer, which you are basically refusing me. You're refusing me to speak to a law enforcement officer because you're a child molester.
You are?
Like Ortiz.
Oh.
Look, Ortiz and your former Chief Cadaspati.
What does this have to do with anything tonight, Teresa? I'm not understanding.
I've been harassed by 30 years by your police because I don't believe in child molestation. Because I just told you. I've been harassed all freaking day long, and then by your perverted little whore dispatchers. And then I was refused services by officers. Why they were falsely called on my household and come here and walked away because they're trying to protect your little whore dispatchers because your dispatchers are your girlfriends, your wives, and your whores and your prostitutes.
Well, absolutely not, but also...
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
All my coworkers.
Yeah, I already have them recorded online many times.
Don't insult my coworkers.
I'm not insulting them. I'm judging them by the holy truth. There's a difference. Please educate yourself what an insult is. I know when I judge holy, I judge by the holy truth. You say, "Oh, you're insulting us." No, you're insulting me by your lies. Insult is basically wrongful judgment, not a righteous judgment like I am judging. And you know what? I am the only authoritative judge, unlike your perverted judges that you try to get to protect your child molestation.
You're going to have to listen just for a second. So you
I listen to God. You should listen to God, and you'll be righteousness and oneness with me.
This is getting really strange. But anyway, it says you called about a power washer.
No, I did not call about a power washer. You're a liar, and you're twisting my words. You're a liar, and I didn't mention power washer to you, so you're a liar. That was the delusional dispatcher who your police officers shoved their dick in their face like they were Chief Cadaspati's asshole.
Please don't be disgusting and perverted.
And they're disgusting and perverted. I'm not disgusting and perverted. I'm not child molesters like you.
You are.
I know I'm not. You're a lying pig. You're a pervert. And the only reason I got promoted is because you're in a child sex trafficking ring like Ortiz. And like you're a pervert like Ortiz. Because I speak against child molesting and child rape, that makes you perverted. You're like a dirty child molester like Glenn Green, who sat there and said you have a dirty mind because I was speaking against his child molesting and child rape. So, you're Glenn Green, that's all you are, the convicted child molester. Convicted child molester, Glenn Green, that's all you're like. And that's why Ortiz got caught, because you're in a child sex trafficking ring. Because that's the only reason that you got promoted. By your chief, what's his name again? Pablo, or whatever, who was in the child sex trafficking ring also, who was a bitch of Chief Cadaspati, and your perverted child molester, Rudy Bew. Rudy Bew's bitch. Rudy Bew's little dirty ass bitch. That's all you are. Rudy Bew's little dirty ass bitch. That's your chief, and that's who you submit to. You bend over like a little perverted little pig. You're a pig. You're perverted. You're like a little child molester. That's all you are. We have a right to a law enforcement department, not a sex trafficking ring like your perverted little white ass maggots who basically are eating an infestation of fecal matter of fucking swine pig. That's all you are. You need to resign. You all need to get out of the police department. We need real law enforcement officers, not like perverted little pigs like yourselves. You're nothing but Catholic fucking child rapists is all you are. You're perverted and you're pigs. I have a right to law enforcement officer. I have a right to make a complaint, and I have a right to not speak to you perverted little nasty ass, little filthy, white maggot, fecal matter eating fucking swine of faggots.